everybody. Welcome back at the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards for the next panel. And this one is going to be about short film. And this is the international category. And this is one of the best categories we have because this is the place we have movies from everywhere. And I'm wondering where are the people right now? They are right here. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Cool. That's gonna be cool. Perfect. So we're gonna make it. Brett and Bonnie, your turn. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Copy of Exes was written by our partner in crime, Jessica Bishop, who's a phenomenal actress, and I'll let Bonnie talk about it.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress, writer, and she brought the script to Brett specifically. And of course, he's done a lot of action thriller stuff, so he obliged her, and they did a fantastic job. But yeah, it's a female-driven script that basically focuses on a woman going to this coffee shop and meeting up with all her exes. So there's, the frenemies ex. There's the here's your shit back ex. There's all these different exes that she's coming to terms with, and in doing so, she understands more about herself. And at the end, there's a conclusion. I don't want to give it away, but there's a conclusion that she finds even more about herself. That do you really need anyone else?
Right.
Are you good enough by yourself? Right?
The story shifts from codependence to independence and finding love for yourself.
Okay. Who directed it?
I did.
You did. Okay.
Guilty.
I'm gonna switch to Brett and Bonnie right now. This is completely different. This is a comedy, but I guess because in a way we all have a list of exes or a list of people we would like to make fun of, or a list of people that we have something to say about them. What's real in the movie and what's not, and what's the script?
Wow. Speaking for Jess, I think that Art imitated a little bit of life in it. Would you say?
Until she's now with the love of her life, which is
Right.
wonderful. But this definitely reflects what she had been through in her life. So yeah.
And she's able to look at it with her typical lovely personality and
Fun.
celebrate it. I think actually necessity is the mother of all inventions. We had to reschedule it 3 times because of locations can be a nightmare in LA. My father passed away.
Yeah.
And because of that, we had to change casts, we had to change crew, and I think it actually became a better film because of it. We actually finished filming last year at this time, and I think last minute we actually cast one of her exes.
Yeah, so
But we
literally
won't say
one of
who
her
it is.
exes. We're not going to say anything, but she knows a lot of people, and there's some great actors in it.
Phenomenal ensemble cast. Yeah,
really great cast to work with, and. Yeah, so it like I said, it was a fun project. I did the music as well. I'm a composer, so it was fun to kind of take some of these compositional ideas musically and add them. But yeah, I Jess couldn't be here today, but she really did, I think, encompass that quirky girl trying to figure out who she is and where's her place, and like I said at the end, I think she bookends it really well. And I think Brett also did that.
Yeah. And when she first came to me, I wasn't so sure I was the right director for it because my first film was described by Dan O'Bannon as I have my reading glasses on. Is stunningly photographed story of savage masculine sadism, completely the opposite, right?
Okay.
But I won awards with a lot of comedic commercials, and I did a show that was really quirky. So I wanted to because I was very honored because she's worked with some phenomenal directors, and they could have just had 2 cameras lock off on headshots and an establishing shot. And I said it's gonna be more.
I think she was right because the movie is good. Simple as that.
Thank you.
I think she was right. Let's go to Joe only. It's also giving you a sense of positive perspective on everything that's happening right now. Brett and
Yes,
Bonnie,
for sure.
what would you say? What would you say to the audience so they come and watch your comedy?
I'll let my better half speak. I guarantee you she's probably going to say what I want to say.
We always do the same thing. If you want to watch something where you're entertained, you laugh, you can see yourself in some of the characters, and in the end, like I said, we're all on this quest, trying to finding yourself. But sometimes maybe you didn't need finding by someone else.
Sure.
Maybe you just needed to
Find yourself.
find yourself.
Yeah. And I'd like to add, honestly, like the last year's been rough for everybody. We didn't get a premiere because we literally finished 2 weeks before went down a lockdown around March 15th. And I think this is a great escape from the pandemic. It's been fun to see people respond to it and kind of go back to it and just have we were hearing prior, is a little levity, because we're kind of getting tired of the negative world that we're kind of trapped in right now.
Yeah.
You to laugh at.
Yeah. Movies are an escape, and a great comedy and a funny comedy we can relate to is always a good getaway for what's happening in our life. Shaquille and Quizia.
It's something so new to me to just like share. But the biggest thing was just being able to speak, just kind of like with Coffee with Exes, just kind of like with Confess, pray for the people, all of us, there's something that we need to say because it's suppressed us. And I didn't know how much it was actually weighing me down until I let it go,
Okay.
And talking about it is very new. Like being with you guys is very new, but it's also part of it, and just figuring out I connect with everybody here, because it relates to like what I went through, speaking up about it, loving yourself, knowing that you don't need anybody to like pull you through it,
All you need is art.
Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye. So who wants to ask a question to a fellow filmmaker? Pretty
How
straightforward.
much in the crowdfunding did you raise?
I raised $12,000, and I did it. I did all of this because I knew I had a good story. Because when people would read the screenplay, and then I would give them the short screenplay that I pulled out of the feature script. I mean, they were blown away.
Who wants to go next?
I have a question for Brett and Bonnie. What was your idea behind Coffee with Exes? I mean, I've probably never heard of a film like that before. Someone just going back and talking to all their exes.
You know what? It's actually the writer Jessica Bishop who couldn't be here today. It was her idea. I think we went out for drinks was it Burbank or I don't know, Studio City. And she came in and she goes, "Hey, I wrote this script." And I'm like, "What is it?" And she goes, "I don't know, but do you think Brett would direct it?" And I'm like, "Well, let me look at it. And she just had it out there. She goes, "I just had this idea." She had broken up with somebody or whatever. And she goes, just like going back and talking to all these exes that you've had experiences with. And I was like, "This is brilliant. This is great." And then of course what happens at the end, it had a poignant ending and had a moment. Because what's the point of going through anything unless you learn something from it? The other thing that I thought was really cool was that it's a very diverse cast. Her life and her dating repertoire is also diverse, and so it really represented that. But I really liked that because I think in this world that we're in now, we need to see that on screen. And diverse relationships, different people, men and women. We need to see these things. It's important. And
Bonnie, being a great executive producer, saw that this could lead to a possible feature like yourself. So when Jess brought it, I think there was probably about 3 more dates. That was like, Jess, there's no way we're gonna be able to shoot this in one night.
Too many dates.
Right in the middle of the night.
Yes, she really had a lot of exes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She may have kind of played upon it. I don't know how many are based on truth, but there are quite a few. And on set, I said, we're not gonna get through this night, and we're not gonna finish this. And luckily, literally 30 minutes before we were kicked out, I said, we have to change something. We cut a character out, and we brought in somebody, and we were shooting outside as the sun was rising. It was a one-night shoot. The whole thing was one night. Yeah, really? I had to reformat my shot list. So I had to throw out all the complicated setups and said, "Yes, we're going to shoot the camera and you profile, knock it out," and we did. So yes, everything was nighttime. It worked out perfect for us, and we're excited to get that crew and cast again because they're so talented. And like you were saying, Joe, when you got like those kind of talent, you just want to keep on building something with them. We have a future.
Who wants to go next?
Being worked on that.
I have a question, if you don't mind, just leading to something.
That's awesome. Yeah. I did a one-day shoot as well.
There you go.
So let's make a round table. So one night shoot for Brett and Bonnie, a 1 day shoot for Henry. For Confess, how many days and how long did you shoot?
Technically, we got everything done in one night except for the very beginning scene when I walk in the room singing. That was just that what we did that morning. So it's really almost one night, like a day, not even a half, like a day and 1 night in like 2 hours.
Okay.
Impressive, you guys.
Sophia and Claire, how many days, how many nights of
To be
shooting?
fair, we were going through a very emotional thing, so it was like the first time, so it took us a lot longer than everyone else.
Yeah. We shot
3
ours
days?
in 3
Not bad,
days. Yeah, we
Joe, how
wanted.
Joe, how many days?
I had 5 days.
Okay, that sounds very little for the production value you have on screen. It was very great to have you all for this panel for the Hollywood Art and Movie Awards. Once again, all the films are going to screen sometime this weekend between Friday and Sunday. It's a digital festival, but it's a very good quality of films. I think we have no doubt now that the films you're going to watch this weekend are going to be great films and very different. We have action, we have comedy, we have drama, we have true story, we have some kind of fantastic movies with Confess. So every genre is represented, and I had a great time talking with you guys.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best
so
of luck
excited.
for the
These films
competition.
seem
Good,
good.
sorry, good films though. They all sound so
They sound
good. I'm
so
gonna watch
good.
them.
I
Yes.
can't wait to watch these.
Cool. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye guys.
Thank you. You
Bye-bye.
too.